Today I'm spraying bed liner. I paid $150 for this kit because my bed looked horrible with blue paint sprayed over a black bed. And since this kit is super simple with only 3 steps, it's gonna be the easiest job ever. The first step was to sand down the bed, but I made the mistake of using a crimped wire brush in the beginning because although it took the tailgate down a bare metal, by the end of it, there were shards of wire flying everywhere and the brush was completely destroyed. So instead I bought a twisted wire brush and it took down the entire bed in one pass without puncturing my lungs. And now with the bed bare naked, I went inside the truck and drove it to the back because next was a really important step. Using regular dish soap and a brush, the bed had to be washed off to help remove any dust and paint flakes left inside. And for all the hard to reach places, a hand brush like this one was perfect. So once every inch was scrubbed and rinsed off, I let it dry. And when it completely dried, I brought it back inside to prepare it for paint. But because the tailgate was sanded down to bare metal, I went ahead and sprayed primer on it to prevent it from rusting. And perhaps the most important step in spraying bed liner is taping and masking, especially since bed liner is impossible to get off paint if it's oversprayed. So with everything covered, the next measure was to wipe it down with wax and grease remover. But lacquer thinner worked great too. And this is where binge watching Breaking Bad came in clutch, because next I had to mix all the chemicals together based off what the bottle's read. So beginning with the hardener, I poured in 8 ounces into a measuring cup, and since ordering the tinnable version of the kit, I had to buy black paint to give it color. And the reason for that is because I was originally gonna paint it gray, but I changed my mind last minute because from experience I know that black is always better. So after mixing everything together and shaking the bottle like my mom shook me as a baby, I assembled the gun and screwed it on the bottle. And since Raptor Liner recommends shooting at 40 to 60 pounds per square inch, I lowered the pressure and connected the bottle to begin spraying. But to keep it short and simple, I sprayed on the first 2 bottles as my first coat, and it lightly covered the entire bed. So I let it sit for 60 minutes, and when I came back for my second coat, I sprayed on the 3rd and 4th bottle. And at this point, I'm spraying all the nooks and crannies while also spraying sporadically throughout to give it a rugged, non-uniform texture. But once all 4 bottles were used, the bed was looking amazing. So I let it sit for a few days, and when I came back, it was drier than SNL skits, and the finish felt super thick and grainy. So in the next video, I'm gonna put it to the test and toss a bunch of random stuff inside it to see how it withstands against scratches.